Hey y'all, Rick Fearless Fairless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Ice House, Punctuality Garage. Good morning. How you doing? You all right? Okay. Today is Wednesday, February the 7th, 2024, year of our Lord, season number 2, episode number 38. I am coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas. Today we will talk about Roach Paint Company, Irving, Texas, and Perfect Parent. Let's go. In my life, the 366 project, the Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine, goes back to 1982. In 1982, I was the branch manager for the Irving, Texas store for Roach Paint Company. At Roach Paint Company, we sold paint mainly to contractors. I loved working there. My great aunt and uncle owned the place, and I started working for them at 19 years old. Back then, smoking was everywhere. So you could smoke in buildings, you could smoke anywhere, and Roach Paint Company was no exception. And I remember that I was never a smoker, but I remember the guys, painters would come in, and they would come in early, and they would get their paint for the day, but also they would gather, they would drink coffee, they would smoke cigarettes, they would talk about what's going on, and it was basically a gathering of the painters. So one painter in particular that I always loved, his name was John Harless. And the Harless brothers, there was John, Jim, and Floyd. And the name of their company was called Paint Masters. And they were masters of paint. And John Harless looked like Jerry Reed, you know, he was skinny, had curly-ish blonde hair, kind of. And he would come in there and he would sit on that counter and he would light up a cigarette and he would flip them ashes on the floor. Used to drive me out of my mind. I'd give him an ashtray and I'd say, John, use this. He'd say, I don't like that ashtray. And so one day he came in, sat down on that counter, lit up a cigarette, and I said, John, I got you a new ashtray. And it was a brand new ashtray, big one, and I wrote on there with safety orange, John Harless. And he looked at that ashtray and he looked at me. He took a big drag off that cigarette. He held it out over that floor. Then he pulled it back and he flipped his ashes in that new ashtray and he said, I think it'll do. He was a good one. I miss that guy. All right, let's check that chuck. Check that chuck, you big old... Woo! Hey, look at that! What do you got? You got black Chuck Taylor high tops, white stars. Notice they're all in a row. Black and white logo, white toe, white soles, double black racing stripe, white shoestrings, one eye down, double knotted for safety. I have several pair of these Stars shoes, but I think these are the oldest ones. But I'm going to go ahead and say that these are, say it with me, y'all, these are some handsome Chucks. Okay, got that there. Get my mom in there. See my mom up there? Right there. That's my mom. I mean, Farrah Fawcett's beautiful, but my mom, she's stunning. It's just a fact. Southern slang, hold your horses. That means not so fast. Dad joke, this is true, a perfect parent is a person with excellent child rearing theories and no actual children. I'm going to say that's true. Yogiism, it is impossible to get a conversation going because everyone is talking too much. I said it was a yogiism. Strokers Dallas merch, merch.com. Check out our stuff we have for sale. If you want to buy a bike, check out my inventory, strokersdallas.com. Check out the bikes for sale. If you want to come in and buy a bike, we'll make you a deal. We'll take care of you. Treat you like family. Get off the couch, a motivational minute. You must be big enough to admit your mistakes, smart enough to learn from them, and strong enough to correct them. What does that mean, Mr. Fairless? Well, I'll tell you. That means we all make mistakes. God knows I've made a million of them. Some of them I've learned from, some of them I haven't. But I think as I get older, I'm making less mistakes. I'm learning from what I do. And I do my best to correct those mistakes, and we all should. And maybe I make less mistakes because I'm older, because I've taken less risk. I don't know. But, you know, the end goal is all the same for all of us. We just want to be happy. Isn't that the whole thing? Whether you got a lot of money or a little money, we just want to be happy. And happiness is different to all of us. Find your happiness and live it, man. You can do it. I'm going to do it with you. Okay. I'm going to leave you with this. Who am I? I was born in Arkansas in 1936. My Uncle Boo taught me to play guitar at a young age. In 1960, I moved to California, and I joined a crew of studio musicians called the Wrecking Crew. We got to be pretty popular. In the late 60s, I went solo and had several Billboard top 10 hits. I was chosen to host the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour summer show. That show's ratings were good, and they gave me my own show, variety show, which was a hit. Who am I? I'll give you a hint. I'm gentle on your mind. I am Glenn Campbell. One of my favorite songs is Gentle on My Mind. Love that song. And that, boys and girls, is the rest of the story. All right. Spring Fling, April 5th, 6th, 7th. Be a great time to come see me. Check out my website. Gotta go. Love you, bye. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.